15 years ago, as you lie and wait for your contact, you take a deep breath of buttery popcorn and sizzling hot dogs. It's a perfect day for a baseball game. You're sent your surly teenager off to grab a pair of Cracker Jacks with a $5. You don't want her anywhere near what you're about to do. You scan the crowd looking for your contact. Where are you, my little canary? Your shrewd eyes clock a few different prospects. Could be the burnout smoking a joint, woman with a backpack, guy with the kid. A guy with a kid, let's try that. It's not uncommon for the most normal-looking person to be hiding a secret. He looks tired, like he could know something. But as the toddler on his shoulders pulls tight on a loose lock of hair, you see the man wins. Why invite a kid, though? No, it's not my guy. You keep scanning the crowd as you inch closer towards the tunnel outside box 32. Luckily, it's not long before you feel a tap on your shoulder. Thanks for being punctual. I don't have much time. You turn to see a shadowy figure, all traces of their identity hidden. You can't even tell if their voice is masculine or feminine. Weird. Usually contacts don't like to draw attention. I have the evidence, as promised. Wait a second. You're not! Before you can finish, the sharp light glares off a blade in the contact's hand. Dodge. You lunge to the side, barely missing the blade as it slices through the air. Damn it. Come on, Jimmy, gotta move quick. You scramble on your feet, attempting to flee, but you're older than you once were. The assailant stops you in your tracks. Feel the sharp heat as the knife thrusts up into your gut. The assailant pulls you close as if to embrace you. The crowd continues on, none the wiser. No one has noticed the knife yet. Condolences, Rose. You didn't know this was coming. It's almost disappointing. But then you rats always take the bait. Your eyes widen as the realization of the assailant, but you can only whisper through the pain. You... I hope you rot in hell. You and the rest of the Scarlattis can throw a big bonfire together. Come now. It's not any way to talk to an old friend, Rose. Let this be a lesson to everyone you love. Don't screw with the Scarlattis. With a brutal twist, your murderer rips the knife back out. Blood sprays the floor. Someone screams. That's my cue. The murderer disappears into the chaos. Someone tries to help stop the bleeding. You sway on your feet as a cold rushes over you. You hear the horrified scream of your teenager and see Chloe's blurry silhouette closing in on you. Close your eyes. Dad! I'm so sorry, kid. The last thing you smell are the Cracker Jacks. Chapter 1, Wedding Jitters. Now playing as Chloe. In the grandest parlors of the tallest buildings in New York City, you regard yourself in the mirror. Yay, we look pretty. I can't believe I'm about to marry Trystan. I can. Your uncle claps you on your shoulder so hard it jostles the vanity mirror. You wince, stealing it with your hand as he continues to pace. You glance out the nearby window. It's beautiful out there. The weather is immaculate. Trystan has thought of everything. So why does it feel like something's wrong? You okay, kid? You look nervous. More nervous than me. I just wish Dad could walk me down the aisle. Uncle Tommy's face softens. He stops pacing and returns to your side. He looks into your eyes through the mirror. I miss him too, kid. You feel tears prick your eyes, and Tommy hands you the handkerchief from his breast pocket. I know I'm a poor substitute compared to your old man. No, it's not that at all. I'm so touched you want to. I guess I just I didn't think I'd feel so much. I just wish he could be here. I know. You nod wistfully at your own reflection in the mirror. More than anything. With a lump in your throat, you turn to face Uncle Tommy, hesitant to voice your concern. But what if this anxious feeling in my stomach, isn't just because Dad isn't here? You lift your gaze to meet his, expecting Uncle Tommy to dismiss your cold feet with a swift, effective pep talk. Instead, his expression grows troubled. I planned on waiting until after the ceremony to tell you this. It's about your dad. What about him? The investigation of his death. I have a lead as to who may be responsible. Convenient. The jarring revelation sends you physically off kilter. Thankfully, Uncle Tommy steadies you with a firm grip on the shoulders. The past is a way of knocking you off your feet when you least expect it. Almost quite literally. Tell me about it. But this is for me to worry about. Your dad wouldn't want you thinking about anything else today besides saying I do. Speaking of which, there's something I think your dad would want you to have. It's back in my truck. You better hurry back. Before the organ can pipe out the wedding march. He heads out the door with a wink, and you sink onto your bed, alone with your reeling thoughts. Dad, are you trying to send me some kind of message? Alice scurries to your side, comforting you with a conspiring whine and several licks of your ankle. Suddenly the door swings back open with a flourish. You look up to find your husband-to-be standing before you. Trystan, how did you know I needed to see you? Before he can take another step forward, you leap off the bed and throw your arms around him. I don't care if it's bad luck to see each other before the ceremony. I needed this. I needed you. He cups your face in his hands, his warm touch quickly setting you at ease. Don't tell me you believe in that antiquated superstition, my love, for you can never be defeated that easily. Traditions exist for a reason. Are you trying to ruin my marriage before it starts? I only thought you might be fretting in here. I'm not fretting. So no case of cold feet. Now, who's the one fretting? And it's not cold feet per se, but there's this gut feeling about... Trystan, I swear, if that's you in there... Two of you spring apart. You'd better make a run for it. We'll talk later. Before Trystan can heed your advice, Ruby barrels into the parlor. You are busted, mister. Oh, I do remember needing to ask your permission to speak with my fiancé. Perhaps you'll listen to your sister. The women exchange a fist bump, and then each take hold of one of Trystan's arms. What are you doing? Getting him in a position. He should be in the courtyard preparing for you to emerge like the beautiful butterfly that you are. It's bad enough you've already ruined the big first look at Chloe walks down the aisle moment I've been waiting months for. It appears as though the medical examiner has become a detective. We've doomed our marriage for eternity. Whatever will we do? It appears we stand no chance. Should we just call the whole thing off now? Ruby rolls her eyes, not the least bit amused. Excuse me for trying to keep your picture-perfect nuptials picture-perfect. If I do, as you say, will it end all this ridiculous superstition? Of course. Trystan hesitates, but then Luke appears in the open doorway. They need you up front, Trystan. Ruby roped you into this too, didn't she? I would never implicate my girlfriend like that. You'll see Chloe soon enough, when you're supposed to. Trystan shakes free from their grasp to join Luke, but first, he leaves you with a parting message. Just one last thing, Rose. You've made me the happiest man on earth. And I can't wait to become your husband. A flutter hits your chest, which is quickly interrupted by Ruby's deafening squeal. You're getting married today. Can you believe it? You try to focus on the wedding, but the feeling in your gut returns. Honestly, I'm a bit distracted today. I keep thinking about my dad and how he's not here, but there's something off. I mean, that's normal. This is a major life-changing event. No turning back now. I don't think you're helping. But if we don't put a move on things. You're gonna be late for your own wedding. What are you gonna do? Start without me? Without warning, Ruby's fingers tug at your gown. She ships you up and then promptly sits you down in front of the vanity. All that's left is your hair. Oh, I sort of thought it was done. It's your big day. You can't walk down the aisle looking like just another Tuesday. Think of the pictures you and Trystan will look back on for anniversaries to come. Or think of Trystan's reaction as he sees you for the first time. Your beautiful face, framed by styled tresses. You look at the mirror and fidget with your hair, visualizing the very image Ruby has described. I do want to keep at least something a surprise from Trystan. I just have the do in mind. Let's go through. Braid the knot. Bride-to-be. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. That one does not fit her very well. And then our normal hairstyle. I'm going to go with braid the knot. Margaret wastes no time fussing with the edges of your hair. Care to share what this perfect do you have in mind may look like? You're already wearing it. Trust me, you're going to love it. Ruby leans against the vanity, blocking the mirror in front of you, and flashes a smug-like grin. Uh-oh, what's a smile for this time? Nothing, just think back to the day you first met Trystan. How would you know? You weren't even there. I'd like to know the answer to that myself. Don't act like you didn't share every detail with the team. Several times, in fact. No one would have predicted a wedding after that meeting. I guess it's true what they say. There's a thin line between love and hate. It's true. Hate is a strong word. He definitely pushed my buttons, though. Like the way he kept questioning the fact I'm a detective. If memory serves me right, that little dispute led the two of you right into his bedroom. Did it? Not in the way you're thinking. Not yet, at least. My brother loves a bait and switch. And I wasn't going to let my guard down for a man who was forcing his way into my investigation. Marjorie runs a comb through her hair and nods. You must know by now, Trystan's love language is irritating those he finds most interesting. We share the same love language. That must be why he loves giving me such a hard time. It means he liked Chloe from the very beginning, even if he didn't quite know it yet. What about you, Chloe? When did you realize you were falling for the Dracovian prince? It's hard to say. Probably when he got stabbed for me. He first joked about my surly New Yorker-ness. We slow danced at the bowl. God, it's been so long. When you think about it, it's been, what, 2, maybe 3 years? I'm gonna go slow dance with the ball. I have a confession to make. I watched you and Trystan from afar. You did. The way he stared into your eyes, I knew he was hooked. The first and only time I danced the waltz with a grand ballroom. As long as I live, I'll never forget it. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were a secret, hopeless romantic. Shh, don't tell anyone. Margaret grabs a can of hairspray and gives your hairdo a few final touches. I'm sure it also didn't hurt that my brother is in fact a prince. All I ever dreamed of is a prince to show up on a white horse and sweep me off my feet. You shake your head with a laugh. I'll make sure to fill Luke in on that little fantasy of yours. As for me, I can't say I ever bought into those kinds of fairy tales. Honestly, the Prince perk was... I'd say the least exciting thing. He's so much more than that. He's smart, kind, generous. Don't forget ever good looking. Oh, yeah, there's that too. Let's keep that to ourselves. My brother's ego is big enough as it is. Margaret pins back one final strand of your hair. Ruby, if you're exhausted all your burning questions, the time has come to unveil my masterpiece. Ruby steps aside and you lean into the mirror, carefully inspecting every angle. Don't leave me in suspense here. What do you think? The volume, the shine, the way the curls fall just below your cheekbones. That's what's not to love. Thank you, but I was asking Chloe. You look back at your reflection with awe, your jaw gaped open. I thought I was ready for today. Now I know I am. A giddy Alice stands at attention. It sounds like Alice agrees. You stand in the holding area while Margaret straightens the train of your gown and Ruby fusses with a bouquet in your hands. Final looks, check. Flowers, check. Alice presses her wet snout against Ruby's leg, the wedding ring safely tucked away in the pouch around her neck. Ruby gives her a peck on the head. Ring bearer, check. Just missing the very person who's supposed to escort me down the... On cue, Uncle Tommy emerges through the main entrance. You breathe a sigh of relief. You made it, thank God. What did I tell you? Back before the wedding march. Uncle Tommy points as if on cue. The music begins. The wedding party slips into position. The French doors leading to the courtyard fling open. Before this thing becomes official, I told you there's something your dad would want you to have. He retrieves a crinkled old photo from his breast pocket and hands it to you. He's here after all. It may not seem like much. You shake your head. It's more special than you could ever know. You hug Uncle Tommy, holding him a bit tighter than normal. I needed this. Out of the embrace, he meets your gaze with a comforting smile. Had a feeling, but picture or not, your father will always be with you. You take the photo and slip it inside the bust of your dress. Close to my heart, where he belongs. Whenever you feel lost, the photo will help you find your way. Ah. You found the first clue, but for which case? Congratulations, Detective. You found your first clue. There are a total of 8 clues throughout the Crimes of Passion 3. Collect them all to uncover the central mystery and unlock a special ending. The music shifts. A cue for the procession to begin. You head back to the line with Uncle Tommy. Take a deep, shaky breath. Ready, kiddo? I have never been more ready in my life. Marrying the man of my dreams. He takes your hand and gives it a spirited squeeze. And I'm so proud I can be here to witness it. Alice pants with excitement, leading the procession. The guests in attendance ooh and ah from their seats. As the wedding party walks down the aisle, you step outside and get your first glimpse of the lavish ceremony Trystan has arranged. The courtyard is covered in fresh sunflowers and petals. Lead the way to your groom. He really thought of everything. Yes, the saying is true. You can take the boy out of the Dracovia. And hell, you'll just bring the entire kingdom's budget to the East Coast. All the music cues your entrance, and the guests leap to their feet. You take in the moment as they all turn to face you. Mafalda grips her efficient book nervously. Ruby sheds a happy tear. Trystan's siblings whisper in hushed conversation. You're not marrying them, any of them, kiddo. How did you... The detective and you will never go away, but you can take a break on a day like today. You've earned it. Now let your eyes find the one who matters. Your heart swells as you lock eyes with Trystan, beholding you with a mixture of pride and awe. Maybe my gut was wrong. This is all perfect. You take one step forward, then another, your eyes never leaving his. And suddenly a shot rings out. What? Chloe. I'm okay. Is anyone in... Sudden weight grips your shoulder and you turn in horror as Uncle Tommy sags against you. Blood. His blood gushing onto your clothes. Oh! Tommy! You hold him close as he lets out ragged breaths. Bastards! Everyone clear the grounds and get back inside now. Trystan fights his way through the frantic crowd trying to reach you. Alice growls in distress as she attempts to sniff out the assailant. Is there anything I can do? Call 911. Already on it. There's been a shooting at the old Windsor Hotel near Central Avenue. Adult male, in his 50s. We need paramedics, stat. You lower Uncle Tommy to the ground. Kneel at his side. He waves off your concern, wincing through the pain to speak. It's not as bad as it looks, kid. You don't have to act like a tough guy. You're bleeding. Quit worrying about me. I'm the jerk responsible for this. Uncle Tommy, don't worry. I will. No one's getting away with hurting someone I love, not again. A foul applies pleasure to the wound, and Uncle Tommy yelps in pain. Ah! You scan the direction of the gunshot and spot rustling in one of the large shrubs as an indistinct figure emerges. I'm going to kill you. Chloe, the shooter's getting away. Not on my watch. Trystan leaps up alongside you, ready to give chase. Not on our watch. But you hesitate, looking down at Uncle Tommy as he fights for his life. Should Trystan stay with him? Take him with you. There isn't much he can do for me here. Really? That's an option? Seriously? Come with me, if you want to live. By the sword and die by the sword. Anyway, I found her. Stay with Tommy. She gives a knowing nod while keeping pressure on the wound. Good luck, Rose. Catch that bastard. Grab hold of Trystan's hand and give it a squeeze before racing after the attacker. Just like old times, isn't it? I should have known even our wedding day wouldn't be exempt from the propensity to invite bad luck. Ahead, the assailant slips into the service elevator, closing the doors shut before you can reach him. Hey, not so fast. Pull the fire alarm. You pull on the lever, the alarm blares, the elevator comes to a halt. Yes. Genius idea. Oh, you sound surprised. Never. Your ingenuity is second to none. Why do you think I was ready to marry you? You make it to the ground floor, but find the assailant managed to pry the elevator doors open and is nowhere to be seen. At least I managed to slow him down. You exit onto New York City streets and scan the block in all directions. Where the hell are you bastard? You squint, examining the crowd for suspicious behavior, but the shooter seems to have taken off his mask. Who should we tail? Follow the guy ducking into the alley, speed walker on the far sidewalk, businessman with a briefcase. Guy ducking into the alley. He lifts his hoodie over his head and crouches down behind a dumpster and retrieves an item from his backpack. What are you keeping in that bag, kid? The gun that shot my uncle? Trystan spots another student entering through the other end of the alley. The first boy hands the other a notebook. Unless sharing class notes has become a crime in the States, you've got the wrong guy. I must be losing my touch. A college student wouldn't be wrapped up in something like this. We couldn't see him. He had a hoodie on. Suddenly something in Trystan's eye line catches his attention. Check out the guy racing down the sidewalk. He keeps looking back like he knows we're on his tail. He's probably running to the getaway car. Hurry. You push through the heavily populated street. Detectives, out of the way. No one budges. You feel your chance of snatching this guy quickly slipping away. New York City, wearing earbuds and ignoring your fellow man is the law of the land. I'm not giving up. Get to higher ground, keep pushing. Get to higher ground. You point to the scaffolding in front of a nearby building under construction. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? In 3, 2, 1... Trystan's hand reaches for your waist and boosts you onto the elevated work surface. You can't help but pull him up behind you. You take the east end of the street, I'll take the west. The two of you scan the bustling block beneath you. Do you see him? There. Together you leap onto the sidewalk and run in his direction. I thought he took off the mask. The attacker slows down to round the corner, and you and Trystan are finally able to catch up to him, only to hear the loud revving roar of a motorcycle. No. The shooter peels out. Not if I can help it. Trystan produces a dagger and looses it at the rear tire, but the metal clangs against the tailpipe and sputters down onto the roadway. Damn it, I thought I had him. Trystan faces you, defeated and breathless. You stop to catch your own breath, working to find the right words. I can't believe you hid a dagger in your wedding clothes. I should have known. He spreads his hands. There are 3 more where that came from. Well, he may have gotten away now, but we'll catch up to him sooner or later. Especially with the 2 of us on the case. Trystan's gaze is suddenly drawn to a note flapping in the wind near the motorcycle where it was parked. He picks it up from the ground and inspects it. What does it say? Better see for yourself. He snatched the note from his hands and read it out loud with dread. Enjoy your wedding gift, Detective. The best of luck to you both. From Big V. Enjoy your wedding Yeah, we already read that. Come on. The Scarlattis are involved? The snake Nico said the Scarlattis had something to do with your father's murder. I guess they're, like, striking close to home. Uncle Tommy. Chill by the message, you and Trystan rush back to Uncle Tommy, only to find Mafalda and Ruby still at his side, covered in blood. How is he? We've been trying to stop the bleeding, but it's bad, Chloe. Really bad. A clean shot. Professional. Did you find him? The shooter? He got away. You kneel down beside Uncle Tommy. His eyes are glassy, his breathing is weak, but he's still here. Glad you made it back in one piece, kid. Uncle Tommy. I'll hunt them all down for what they did. I promise, if it's the last thing I do. He smiles through the pain. I have no doubt, kiddo. You are your father's daughter. Tears well up in your eyes. Uncle Tommy uses his remaining strength to clap your shoulder with his hand. I'll explain everything when we meet again. For a cold one upstairs. No, you can tell me when you get better. I love you. Don't say it like that. You're gonna be fine. You're a fighter. Listen to me. Every crack in Big V's mask brings you one step closer. He takes a shallow, haunting breath. Closer to seeing the face of your father's killer. His grip slackens as his arm falls from your shoulder. Uncle Tommy? You lean in closer, hoping to hear his breathing, but there's only silence. He's gone. No, please, no. Trystan kneels down beside you, resting a hand on your shoulder where Uncle Tommy's once was. Alice lies down near Uncle Tommy's lifeless body and whines in mourning. I'm so sorry, Chloe. You sink into Trystan's arms, tears flooding your cheeks as he holds you close. Your only tether left in the world. You grip the note from Big V in your hand, anger and resolve flooding through you. I'm gonna find the bastard who did this, and I'm gonna make them pay. Is there another chapter out today? Damn it! Alright, well, without further ado, hopefully you all did enjoy. Please remember that if you did, to like, share, and subscribe. It was short and sweet, kind of chapter 1, but then the sweetness went away at sadness. So even the death of Tommy kind of hit me. So let me know if you feel the same way. Otherwise, head down to the pinned comment down below. Consider supporting this channel. Really, truly, especially if, you've enjoyed what I do, the fact that I get VIP to make sure to cover this, which a lot of people are upset with Crimes of Passion. Apparently, it's only releasing for VIP initially, which that's a promise and a oath that I pretty much said that one day Pixelberry would break, and lo and behold, yeah, no, it's not the first one that they have, but someone brought that up to me the other day, and it made me really think about it. And yeah, it hopefully a lot of you hold them accountable and say, whatever happened to that? It was literally and figuratively in newsletters. It was something that they posted on Facebook. It was something they posted on X. Like, they posted it all over, saying they would never cross that barrier, that anything that was an ongoing series would forever be something that was readily available to every single one of you. You shouldn't be forced to purchase VIP to enjoy a series that is continuing, that first started as a normal book. And it's, again, something that they promised. I think Bolus, the newest one, was another one that people told me about as well. Let me just double check here. Yes. So, Blades of Light and Shadow 3 is another one that is VIP only, which, again, is breaking the very promise and oath that Pixelberry gave each and every one of us. So, again, hold them accountable. Hold their feet to the fires. Hold their feet to the coals, as most would say. Because literally and figuratively, it's wrong. It literally and figuratively is wrong. But hopefully, by me covering VIP, by you being able to tune in, hopefully you are never forced to purchase VIP. And that's one of the reasons why I do what I do. So again, consider supporting. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in. Love your beautiful faces. Catch you all later. Peace out.